This is one of those places I really pray that this food is delicious. I got it. Let's try it. Everybody 1 through 10. The total for all this food was $90. One of the main reasons I'm really praying this food is good is that this customer service, amazing. And on top of that, they've been reaching out to me since January. But just because I want this food to be good does not negate the fact that I will be completely honest. I don't have no malicious intent and I don't mean no harm. These are my opinions, and if you want to try this food or any other food I try, please be my guest. God bless you. I had my sister call my order in, so they had no idea it was me, but I was listening to the whole conversation. Chris is the person who answered the phone. Chris' customer service was a 9.5 out of 10. He was patient, he was kind, he ran through the whole menu with no problem. And the way he described his food made it sound so good.
So our conspiracy theory changes every day. Today it's a spicy Cuban flatbread sandwich that is delicious. It's got Guinness mustard on it. It's got fresh pickles, Swiss cheese. It's got and everything comes with fries.
Oh, awesome. Well, yeah, let's do that too.
I've been meaning to come here for months, but God willingly, I've been really busy. But I'm finally here, and I can't wait. I'm going to show you everything I got, and we're going to try it and rate it 1 through 10. Free bird, which is the chicken sandwich. The side chick, which is teriyaki wings and homemade tortilla chips.
Not tortilla chips, potato chips, my bad.
Chicken and waffles. The brown paper bag, which is a hamburger. The conspiracy theory. And last but not least, a mushroom steak flatbread. I lied. We also got a churro. To think all of that food was $90, plus everything came with fries. Insane. It's getting dark, so I'm going to try to hurry up. Brown paper bag burger. It's a regular burger with onion rings on top of it. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's a lot of lettuce, and that's the main thing I taste. And the best thing about it in my eyes is the bread. The bread is really high quality and really good. But the burger itself, I don't really taste much, and I just taste lettuce. Personally, I get that a 3 out of 10. The free bird is the chicken sandwich. That one is definitely better, but in my eyes, it's still lacking seasoning. But to me, I wish it had a little more salt. It does have a good spice at the end, but at first, I don't really taste much spice or salt. But what's saving it for me is the chicken is thick and it's really high quality and it's juicy. So for me, that gets a 6.7 out of 10. Next up is the teriyaki wings. Homemade potato chip. Again, this is pretty good. It's just lacking flavor in my eyes. A little bit of salt in this whole thing would be in a high 8 for me. But as is, I'm at a 6.5 out of 10. This potato chip is really good. I just wish it had more salt. I love the crunch on it though. I do. Now this is what I'm most excited about. This is the conspiracy theory of the day. This needs to stay on the menu full time in my eyes. This is delicious. Now this is extremely seasoned and I like it. It's seasoned. These pickles are fresh. This pita is delicious. This is really high for me. 8.7 out of 10. Next is the mushroom steak pita. This is the best thing. This steak is beyond tender though. It's tender, it's juicy. I love this pita they use. And I love the addition of the fresh mushrooms. With a little more salt, this would be in a high 9 for me. But as is, 9 out of 10. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I just found a bunch of sauces in the bag. I found a handful of sauces. Oh, it's a spicy honey sauce. I don't know what kind of sauce this is. A ranch. A syrup. Oh, hold on. Let me try that one more time. I don't think the flavor should be contingent on the sauce, but if the sauce help, the sauce do help, and they put it in there for a reason. I feel like the ranch needs salt too. Last but not least, I'm gonna do the chicken and waffles with this spicy honey. Ooh, it's honey everywhere now. Ooh, that spicy honey is delicious. This is a beautiful waffle. Now that got flavor from the beginning to the end, from arugula to the tuda. I really like that spicy honey sauce. It's like floral, salty, sweet, spicy. And for the chicken itself, I'm gonna sound like a broken tape recorder because I wish it had a little more flavor. With the honey sauce, 8.7 out of 10. For sure. And to finish everything off is the churro. It's a churro. That's cool. It's a salted caramel churro, but I don't really taste the salt or the caramel. It just tastes like a churro to me. It's pretty good. 6 out of 10. Overall, in my opinion, I think this place has a really high potential. A little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and we talking about 9s and above.
And for those people that like to be literal, I wasn't meaning those exact seasonings. I just was saying seasonings and flavor in general.
But just with the customer service alone, the attention to detail, them just moving into a new space. They used to be a food truck, now they got a brick and mortar. And the passion and love I felt like they put into it, I think this place gonna be out the door really soon. And as always, I pray and I hope they reach their target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Another one. And another one.
I turned 27 on October 4th in 2 days. And I'm just sitting here reminiscing, thinking about the fact when I turned 25, which is 2 years ago, this is the video I made.
Just to be clear, it was 3 months after my birthday, but I was still a fresh 25.
Right now, as I make this video, I got $1,000 left in my account. Still no financial security, no job or no job offers. But I have God, and I haven't made it yet, but I will. He got me. He got you. And on my 26th birthday, I celebrated with my daughter being born 8 days before. This has been a crazy year for me. When I say crazy, I mean like, and we not even fully through the year. In November last year, I had 1.6 million followers. Today, 13.9 million. My life has changed. My life, my kids' life, my wife's life, my family. I said all that to say I'm excited to see what 27 bring. Again, we not even a year deep. I truly believe we still at the very beginning of this. So if you here right now, I appreciate you. I thank you. I've always, in my heart to heart, felt like I was going to be a superstar.
What kind of heights are you trying to reach in the social media world?
I believe my tongue is very powerful. So I believe I will be a superstar. I feel like I'm going to be, I won't even say I feel like, I truly believe that I'll be a superstar. And I'm going to reach pinnacles that I've never imagined of reaching. And I'm going to reach heights that I've never imagined of reaching. And people that are joining now and people that are watching me now are just early to the join, early to the party. And I think that we are really going to take this big. It happens organic. It's not the time. Whenever it's time for me to take it to that next level of heights that I don't think I've ever seen or anybody else has ever seen, then we'll know it's time. But yeah, I'm gonna be a household name worldwide. I've said it from the jump, even when I had no idea how I was gonna do it. When I had no idea how I was gonna do it, when I had no money in my pocket, no opportunities, I just always knew it in my heart. And I'm not there yet, but I truly believe God is carving a clear lane for me. And I'm appreciative, I'm grateful. Happy birthday to me. God bless you, have an amazing day, y'all be safe.
They said this is the best thing. He went to go get it. They said you're going to fight over this. You're going to want more.
What is it?
I'll tell you exactly what this is. This is everything that I ate at Disney, ranked from my least favorite to my most favorite. He had 13 things. Disclaimer, these are my opinions and my personal taste buds. We may completely disagree on all of these takes, and that's completely fine. If you would like to try any of these snacks and make your own opinion, I would encourage you to do so. God bless you. Starting at number 13 is a frozen chocolate and peanut covered banana. To me, it was way too frozen, and then once it did thaw, the chocolate didn't really taste like much. And also, I thought the peanuts could have a lot more salt. I personally think it would have enhanced the flavor of the chocolate as well. Number 12, the elote. Only because I really think this was much more like a garlic butter corn than it was an elote. It was very heavy in garlic. It was very heavy in butter. I personally didn't taste much chili powder or cheese. It didn't taste bad. It just wasn't what I think of when I think of elote. Number 11, Tiana's Palace. I'll give this a benefit of the doubt because it just opened. I definitely wouldn't say this restaurant was bad. I appreciate the rendition that they took on New Orleans food. While to me personally, it didn't taste like authentic New Orleans food due to the spices and the consistency of the gumbo. I understood the direction it was going in, and I think it's going to get better with time. Number 10. The turkey legs. This is completely personal because I'm not a huge fan of turkey legs anymore. I used to be a huge fan, but as of late, they become more of a hassle than a treat. The more I eat it, the drier it gets, and the more I start to sweat. But with that being said, the flavor of Disneyland turkey legs are always consistently good. That's why it's this high on my list. Number 9, Jack Jack's Cookie by the Incredible Coaster. It's a deep dish cookie, and personally, it's really sweet, but it has sea salt on it that balances it really well for me. That's why it's this high. Number 8, the Burrito Tacos. While for me personally, the meat was a little dry, it was so flavorful. And the consomme was pretty good in my eyes, especially considering the fact these are themed park burrito tacos. These were pretty high for me. Number 7, the seasonal Oreo crusted churros with the Maleficent peanut butter dipping sauce. The churro was a churro, but the Oreo was salty, sweet. The Maleficent peanut butter dipping sauce was peanut buttery and creamy. The flavors balanced well, even though I'm not a huge sweets person. I took a few bites of this. My wife finished the whole thing. Number 6, popcorn. Yes, it's popcorn, but when you get this fresh and it's buttery and it's salty, it started getting addicting at one point. The only reason it's not in the top 5 for me because after a while with that much butter, my mouth gets really dry, and with this much walking, it's not the greatest combination. Number 5, the pickle. For those who've never had a Disney pickle, you gonna wonder why it's this high. I don't even know how to explain it. It's fresh, it's vinegary. I'm not even a huge pickle person. This is one of the best pickles I've ever had, and the snap on it, the snap on it was crazy. They also have a spicy version. May I say any more? Number 4, the Proton Punch from the Pim Test Kitchen. It's essentially a strawberry lemonade with strawberry filled pop and pearl. Delicious, sweet, tart, refreshing. It almost made top 3 for me, but the only thing that held it back was the syrup was a little thick for my personal liking. Everything else, delicious. Number 3, the Buffalo Turkey Wings from Pim Test Kitchen. It's kind of confusing to order because on the menu it looks like regular wings, but they're actually turkey wings and they're covered in blue cheese and buffalo sauce. The blue cheese I'm a fan of, but I know that's an acquired taste. The buffalo sauce was really tangy and surprisingly pretty spicy. I like turkey wings better than turkey legs because they tend to be more juicy, and this was no exception. It was juicy, it was spicy, it was tangy. I was a fan. Number 2, the pretzel garlic bread with the marinara sauce. This was delicious. Garlicky, cheesy. The marinara sauce balanced it perfectly. I wish it had some kind of meat element like pepperonis on this would send this over the top for me. This crazy. Last but not least, number 1, the Blue Bayou, which is the restaurant that you see from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. This entire restaurant was absolutely delicious in my opinion. The gumbo was good, even compared to the traditional gumbo I just had in New Orleans. Granted, it's a very hard restaurant to get reservations at, and it's pretty expensive. But for this to be a theme park restaurant and the food be this good and the experience be this dope, I'm not mad at it. It was worth it in my eyes, just like everything else in Disney. We had a ball. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
We're currently at Disneyland, and I've been getting bugged up about this pickle. I got it, let's try it, and rate it 1 to 10. Now, I had no intentions on trying this pickle while we was here, but everybody in my family been talking about it since we pulled up. We've been here for like 6 hours, and that's all they've been talking about. Pickle, 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 pickle. So, I got the pickle. Now, pre-infants, I'm not a huge pickle fan like other people are, but I do like a good pickle every now and again. It's a dill pickle. It says Disneyland pickles are a delight. So, here we go. It's a good pickle. It's really fresh. This is a pickled cucumber. I know that's what pickles are, but you can really taste it with this. This is an extremely fresh pickle. Nice to meet you. Y'all be safe. Real quick while I'm here, huge shout out to the people in Disneyland today. Y'all have been amazing. This has been the best theme park experience I've ever had by far. Y'all been so nice and kind and patient. I appreciate y'all. I really do from the bottom of my heart. And this pickle is an 8.7 out of 10. That's really high for a pickle. Again, I'm not a huge pickle head. I'm gonna eat this whole pickle. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
They said this is the best thing. He was gonna get it. They said you're gonna fight over this. You're gonna want more.
What is it? Oh, that's the garlic bread. I'll pull it. Oh, I do. Today, me and my family were blessed enough to do one of the dopest things I've ever done. So dope. We brought a random man that we met today to tears. Let's talk about it. For the past 3 weeks, I've been trying to get an ice cream truck, buy off the entire thing, and just pass it out to kids. But I haven't found any ice cream truck that don't think I'm scamming. Not in Chicago, not in Detroit, not in Vegas, nowhere. They all think I'm either scamming or they just don't want no parts to even listen to what I gotta say. But we in Anaheim, California, and today while we was running errands, we saw a man with an ice cream cart. I walked up to him and I asked him if I can buy his whole ice cream cart and how much it would be. He said $800, but he only spoke Spanish, so I had my sister-in-law who's Dominican and speaks very fluent Spanish to translate everything for me. And that's how that went. Oh, where's that at?
Aquí en la avenida.
Are you okay to drive here with us?
Si usted puede ir con ellos a la escuela.
Sí, dígale que si me voy a ir, yo me lo voy a subir en mi ven el carrito y ellos me siguen.
He said he's gonna put his truck in his car and then you guys can follow him.
Okay, dope.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes,
Okay.
perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
Gracias. Okay. Ice cream. Well, this.
Tell them everything for free. They can have whatever they want. If they want some. You guys want any ice cream? Yeah, ice cream for free if you guys want it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
I don't know where that is.
He said, look for it.
Okay.
How do you open this? This one looking.
This harder than it looks.
Whatever he want with the rest of it, you can give away, you can charge for it, whatever he wants to do it. You're going to go back home now and you can do whatever you want, and then we don't finish.
Todo mi corazón. Fíjese que mire, me hizo un milagro porque no he tenido para pagar mis placas de mi carro y él me compró las paletas para poder pagar. Ahora ya voy a poder pagar mis placas de mi carro. Se lo agradezco mucho, dígale.
Wow.
Gracias, brother, gracias. Te agradezco muchísimo.
It's yours.
Ay, María, gracias, que Diosito.
Thank you, sir.
Ay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, come on. You feel free.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
Right.
Can I have a coffee ice cream? No.
Thank you, sir.
Trying to get off.
I appreciate it.
Give me one, girl.
Absolutely.
Dígale que se me puede sacar una foto con él.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
When I say this, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm just thankful to be a part of his journey. I'm just thankful that I can do any of this. God is amazing. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. Me and my family are in LA, and my dad was craving a pastrami sandwich. He found this place called Roscoe's Famous Deli. I got it. Let's try it. Everybody wants to. For clear communication purposes, I said we was in LA, but Roscoe's is in Fullerton. Here's the address for anybody wondering. We got 5 sandwiches, and we spent about $100. I heard it too. Okay, let's hurry up. That's what that sounded like. That sounded like hurry up. This is the corned beef sandwich. It was only like 4 or 5 people when I went in there, but granted, it is late. It's different. It's almost like a brisket more than it is corned beef. It's a little on the dry side for me, but the flavor is really good. This is a little above average for me. 6.8 out of 10. This is the pastrami sandwich. It's juicy, I will say that. Again, the meat don't taste like a traditional pastrami sandwich to me. If anything, I feel like this is more corned beef. That's because it is corned beef. They made a mistake and mixed up the bags, which I'm not tripping about. I just picked up on it immediately. Maybe they got the packages wrong, but this definitely tastes like corned beef to me. It is. Or maybe I'm tripping. It's good though. The mustard is really acidic. It's a little spicy. I like this cheese. The meat itself isn't that seasoned, but it is juicy. And again, I like this bread. This is a little higher than the pastrami sandwich for me. 7.5 out of 10. Granted, again, this might be an actual corned beef sandwich, but overall, that's not bad for a late night meal. I'm gonna go to sleep satisfied. Quick side note, we going to Disneyland soon, and if you see us, please speak. Only if you're comfortable, of course. I want to be very clear. I don't mind at all. Yes, my social anxiety is definitely still there, but it's been getting a lot better. God is amazing. But now it really only presents itself in big crowds, so please do not crowd around me and my family. We there to enjoy the park like everybody else. I said all that to say, I appreciate every single one of y'all that actually pay attention to my social anxiety and be trying to be aware of it. But if you feel comfortable coming to say hi or giving us a high five or taking a picture with us, I'm more than happy to do that. Let's just have fun. God bless you. Bye. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. I might have a problem, but I think I'm done. Let's talk about it, I guess. When I say a problem, I don't mean a problem. I've been buying a lot of sneakers. And when I say a lot, I mean, this is what my sneaker wall looked like a month ago. This is what my sneaker room looks like today. Same, but kind of different. The empty case, I wore those today. Hey, let me show you the new things that I got. God is amazing. I've been wilding. These are fragment ones. Those are the high Travis Scotts. Those are low Travis Scotts. This is the lobster pack. I showed this last time, but what I didn't show is that I got these today. God is amazing. I got those. I got these. I was wilding. I was tripping, but I always wanted them. I did it. I pulled the trigger. I don't think I showed these last time. I got the Brick of the Years. I got the gold patent. I got the yellow ochres. This is a pair that came in yesterday. The Ridge Paul New Balances Fire. So yeah, like I said, I might have a little bit of problem, but I think I'm done. I grabbed everything I need to grab. I think. Don't hold me to that because I know my wife gonna watch this. But this is a good problem to have because I'm really healing my inner child and I'm just thankful to be here. Shout out to the sneakerheads that follow me because I love that I can do content like this. Even though I've been tripping. I have. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. There's 3 different steak sandwiches in this bag. One worth $40, one worth $80, and one worth $200. In my opinion, which one is better? I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. These sandwiches are from a place called Uno Katsu Sando. They just opened not too long ago, and these are their soft opening prices. We're gonna start with the standard. This is $40. To be transparent, when you purchase any of these, it come in a box with 4 slices this size. Every sandwich has the same toppings. So like this crust, this sauce, and the bread. This bread is authentic Japanese milk bread, and it's from Pullman's. Pullman's is right next door. But since the toppings are the same, we really focus on the quality of the meat. Again, just focusing on the quality of the meat. That's tender, it's flavorful. It's a little fatty, but it's not crazy fatty. If I was looking for a fancy lunch, that's probably the highest I would go. Because again, $40 for a sandwich is still up there. But in my opinion, that's pretty good. 7.8 out of 10. And by default, because that's the first one, that goes to number 1. These rankings are subject to change throughout the taste test. Next up is the American for $80. To be honest, for a $40 difference, I can't really tell. Yes, the meat is tender and it is flavorful, but the first meat was too. And personally, I like the first one a little bit better. This one's not much fattier. I'm personally at a 7.5 out of 10. So American goes to number 2. Especially for the extra $40, I'm okay with the first one. See, it start getting dark out of nowhere. Last but not least, the A5. You can already see by the appearance that this is much fattier. $200. Let's see. I've had A5 before, but I never get used to that texture. It's so soft. It's like meat butter.
The crust on that steak really saved it for me because as a texture person, I don't like things that soft. And the other experiences I've had with A5 Wagyu, I wasn't a huge fan because it's super indulgent. And when I say super indulgent, I mean really rich, like almost like a super, super dark chocolate ice cream to where if I eat a lot of it, it get too much for me. But in this case, the sauce and the crust balance it extremely well for me. That on top of the quality of the meat itself, I have to get this an 8 out of 10. So my order of what I personally like, A5 Wagyu goes first, Standard goes second, American goes third.
Now, in my opinion, is it worth $200? I don't think no steak sandwich is worth $200. On a personal, just regular everyday basis, I'm not spending $200 on a steak sandwich. Is it good? Yes. Is it the best flavor to me? Yes. Is it worth $200? No.
When I say it's not worth it, I'm not talking about what the shop charges for it. I'm talking about the price of the steak itself. Because in general, that's a very expensive piece of meat. I wouldn't be surprised if the shop gets little to no profit off of every A5 Wagyu sandwich that they sell. I'm just saying in general, I don't think any steak is worth that much, especially not to be on a sandwich, in my opinion.
Absolutely not. Again, $40 meat, please. I'm okay with the $40 steak. That $40 steak was good enough.
God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
We're back home safe from the second and third spot on a food tour. This is an update. Let's talk about it. First, as always, I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely thankful. God is amazing. I'm just thankful to be here. When I say that, I truly mean it. Like, I just love being a vessel, and that's what I'm used as, and I'm just thankful. The first stop was Detroit, and the first place we went to is What You Want to Eat Food Hall. The first black-owned food hall in Detroit. Crazy. It's 10 different restaurants inside this one food hall, so I don't have an update of every restaurant, but I do have an update of the food hall itself. Not only did I get tagged in a bunch of people going to try it.
Let me tell y'all why I got an attitude today. So I really wanted to go to that food hall. You know what you want to eat, right? Why did Keith Lee just rate it? So now I won't be able to go for like 3 months.
There were news articles written about us going. Fire. The second place was the Spot Food Truck. This was their follower account when I found them on TikTok. This is their follower account now. Not only that, but they've been posting updates.
Yeah, baby. Can't nobody tell me influences don't make a difference. Hold on. This is slapping on a Tuesday. Now I come up here every Tuesday. And this ain't never been slapping.
Slammed. An hour to 2 hour wait time. Next up was Hood Bachi. They haven't posted any updates, but I have been tagged in a few videos of people going to try it. And also, a wrestling program for children reached out to me in Detroit for Cass Technical High School. I reached out to Hood Bachi, and they're gonna be the food truck for that wrestling program. Dope. Honorable mention, Detroit 75. They already had a platform on social media, but since me and Zach went, crazy.
Okay, an update from the Troy location. We are open until 8 p.m. The bad news is, unfortunately, we are sold out of the cheesesteak. We do have all of the other items in stock.
Shout out to Detroit. The love y'all showed us, I will never forget. Especially the beef from there. It touched my heart. The next stop on the tour was Chicago. And I'm gonna get straight to it. The update I was looking forward to the most was Soul Prime.
My rent $15,000. I literally bet on myself on this one. And I'm not getting a whole lot of reception from the community, which I thought I would, but I need them. I need them because I'm in their community, but I haven't got it. And right now, it's about us. And God says it's gonna be us for right now.
I called them right before I shot this video because I haven't seen any updates or any update videos or news. Let's just say the call got crazy. Chef Royce, who was the lady that was in the video, she sent me a picture of what she texted her son the day before we came. You can pause to read if you would like to. She also told me the day before she came, she didn't go to work because she only had one reservation and it was so slow, it was mentally and physically draining her. Since we left, 2 to 3 hour wait times. So many reservations, she has to turn people away. I had to let that sink in for a little bit. She went from having no reservations at all to too many to handle within a 48-hour time span. When I say God uses me as a vessel, I truly mean it, and I'm forever grateful. I'm forever appreciative, because that right there blew my mind. Next up is Cleo Southern Cuisine. I haven't seen any updates or any update videos.
Update, I actually called the chef while I was editing this, and she sent me these videos. She said it's been slammed, and they decided to add a new menu item soon that commemorates us being there. Amazing.
Last but not least, it's the chicken war. And when I say war, that's why we back in Vegas. It got crazy. That video not only made it on the news, it made it on Chicago Media Takeout. It circulated around Twitter. It circulated on Instagram. I don't want no smoke. I said that and I meant it. The amount of people that was going so hard in the tweets and the comments. I had to leave. We had to get up out of Chicago. It's getting too real. The second NBC posted anything about Harold's or Okaremans or sharks that was involving me, was time to get on a plane. I almost put Delta on the phone myself. Hello? It's time to go. Rev up the engines. Please. But in conclusion, Detroit and Chicago were amazing. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to y'all. I'm appreciative. I'm grateful. This is the third stop of many. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We are currently at Chick-fil-A, and I got their new honey pepper pimento cheese spicy chicken sandwich. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. This sandwich was $8. We are currently in Chicago, and we taking a day off. And I wasn't planning on doing this, but we was at Chick-fil-A anyway, so I was like, let me try it. But the curiosity killed the cat, so I really want to know. This is what it looked like. I think it's a regular spicy chicken sandwich with shredded cheese, pimento. What's pimento cheese? Pimento cheese is like a cheese spread.
Is that the one with all of them little dots, them different speckles?
And it's honey, apparently. The sweetness from the honey and the saltiness from the spicy chicken sandwich didn't balance well for me. That first bite was kind of off-putting.
I want to add more context of why I use the adjective as harsh as off-putting. To me, it was also the textures on top of the flavors not really balancing. And when I say textures, I'm specifically referring to the spread itself. The consistency of the spread was on the looser side of the spectrum. The cheese was unmelted and sitting on top, and the peppers to me were cut big and a little mushy. That on top of the breading from the spicy chicken sandwich was off-putting to me. So I want to be very clear and concise about my wording. But not everybody will have that same experience because I'm a texture person. So it's very specific to my taste buds.
Hold on, let me go over bite. No, I can pass on that. I'm personally not a fan. That tastes real experimental. I'm not the target audience. That's like a 3 out of 10 for me. I can see some people eating that and really liking it. It's just not my personal fix. Also, I got their new shake. This is the cookie crumble. Is that what it's called? The
Cookie caramel crumble.
Cookie caramel crumble. Cookie caramel crumble. Cookie caramel crumble.
Down.
That's a tongue twister. I got it with the actual syrup and the cookie crumbles on top. That's also not for me. That is really sweet. Ooh, that's way too sweet. Again, not the target audience. For me personally, that's like a 1 out of 10. Just those 2 sips that I took, I'm about to be hyper. Look, my hand's shaking already. I also don't really taste anything but the sugar.
It don't taste like Oreo, it tastes like birthday cake.
Is it super sweet?
Yes. And I like sweet stuff.
What'd you rate it?
A 3.
But if you want to try it, as always, I encourage everybody to go make their own opinion. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. If this one little stop at Chick-fil-A was any indication of the love that Chicago got for us, boy, this got crazy. People was pulling over, honking in the middle of the street, stopping in the middle of traffic. All of the Chick-fil-A people came out and took a picture with me. What are we doing? I'm forever grateful and thankful, but it'd be shocking me. It'd be catching me off guard. My family was riding around Chicago looking for food, and we got this message. You can pause to read if you would like to. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. We spent $121.15. As the message said, the name of this place is Cleo Southern Cuisine. The customer service, my sister said, was really good. As always, I sat in the car and I let my sister go get the food, so they had no idea I was coming. There was about 3 customers inside, and it took us an hour to get this food. When the lady handed over her bag, she said, hold the bottom, be careful, it's a lot of love in there. I'm gonna show you everything I got, and we're gonna try it and rate it 1 through 10. Grape Kool-Aid, sweet tea, Homemade honey cornbread muffins. Butter and herb Scottish salmon with rice and a cornbread muffin. Pineapple candied sweet potatoes. A side of mac and cheese. Catfish and grits. The float and fly, which is chicken wings and catfish. A side of spicy bourbon sauce. We also got double each side. Last but not least, a side of remoulade sauce. If I'm saying that wrong, please forgive me. I tried. For the price, I'm not mad at these portions. It looked like a lot of food. I just pray this food is good. I'm gonna try the salmon first. Try it by itself without no sauce. That's fresh. It's light. It's really refreshing, actually. It breaks up the monotony of the rest of the fried food I've been eating. I said it right before I get into this honey cornbread muffin. It's all glazed up.
Like a honey bun.
For real. Like a cake. It don't even look like a cornbread. It's like soup. It's like super salted for some reason. It's sweet, it's buttery, but it's also really salty. It still tastes like a cake. It's like a salty cake almost.
Sometimes like they use salted butter.
Yeah, there's like a lot of salted butter too. I ain't mad at that though.
It's good.
I ain't mad at it. It's different. Okay, Cleo. Yeah.
Cleo was her grandma. When she in there, she had a big picture of her when you first walked in with a white fur coat on and a hat. Jay said she looked like a Detroit player. Grandma was that girl.
The salmon is very fresh and it's seasoned. The rice is cooked well. I like that cornbread. It's different, but it's good. That whole plate for me gets an 8.7 out of 10. This is the chicken and the catfish. You gotta have sauce on the catfish because this is normally what comes on the catfish. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Can't even put no pressure on it. This catfish falling apart. I said when we was in New Orleans, I had the best catfish that I've ever had. This replaces that. This might be a 10.
You about to make me with my catfish.
Girl, this might be a 10. It's close. It is very close if it's not a 10. It's not even a sauce. The seasonings on the actual bread are so good. And it's buttery, it's flaky, it's seasoned. I can't even grab it. It's like falling apart. It's like thick and seasoned. I'm going 10. I'm going 10. I'm going 10.
Confidently, I can support that. I ain't even had no hot sauce.
Oh, they don't need no hot sauce. It's spicy from this remoulade sauce too. For sure, you're right on. You're right on for sure. I think they got the first reverse for sure. You're right on.
You can't even say it straight. Got you talking in tongue.
I wait in the hour line for that. I wait 2 hours for that. This is the chicken wing. I'm gonna do it with this barbecue sauce. We saw a man in there eating it, and it looked like he had it drenched just like that. So, good God Almighty. That season is crispy, it's juicy, big pieces of chicken. That's one thing I'm learning about Chicago. Y'all do big chicken. That's a big piece of chicken. Ain't no wing dings. These are the whole wings. That chicken for me is a 9.2 out of 10. This is mac and cheese. The cheese is pretty chunky. It's almost like a cheese curd. It almost tastes like the cheese sauce broke. I'm not a huge fan of this. The flavor is good, but this texture, I'm a texture person, I can't get over. 2 out of 10 for me. Put that catfish in a bowl by itself. I don't need no sides. It's the pineapple candied sweet potato. Yes, Lord.
The pineapple do something real good for it.
It's a bunch of spices and a bunch of sugar, but that pineapple cut through all of it makes it very refreshing for me.
This with a piece of that chicken, or a piece of that catfish on top.
Girl, who you talking? Who you talking to? Let me see. Ooh wee.
Yeah, that's right. They need to put that on the menu. That comes all together.
Sweet potatoes by themselves are 9 out of 10 for me.
That's high for you for something
It's
sweet.
really high. I won't be trying to drinks because I don't drink sugary drinks like that. But this food, I see why people call this the best soul food in Chicago. To be fair, I haven't tried many soul food spots in Chicago, but just off of tasting this, I feel like that's going to be hard to beat. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. Ed, I need a nap. I'm sweating. The video you're watching right now may be the beginning of a war in Chicago, but I don't mean no harm. There's 3 prominent chicken spots here in Chicago: Harold's, Uncle Remus, and Sharks. I got a classic 4-piece chicken from all of them. I genuinely want to see what's my favorite. Keyword, my favorite. Before you come in the comments and tell me I'm wrong, I can't be wrong about my opinion. This is what I personally like. And let's be honest, ain't no right list here. No matter how I order it, somebody gonna be upset. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. I say war because everybody in Chicago got a specific chicken spot that they go to, and they'll ride and they'll about it, and I ain't trying to do neither of them. I just want to try the chicken. First up, we got Uncle Remus for $10.68, and it's sauced up if you ask me. This mild sauce in particular is very tangy. I don't taste no spice at all. The chicken is crispy. It's a little fatty on the inside. Good size chicken wings. It still got a little bit of feather on the outside. I ain't mad at that. This is a good starting point. It's tangy, it's crispy, it's juicy. For me, that's a 7.5 out of 10.
I forgot to mention, there were a few cons that influenced my 7.5 rate. The grease that the chicken was cooked in had a very strong flavor, and the seasonings on the actual crust itself of the chicken was not that strong for me.
So by default, since I tried this first, this goes to number 1. This ranking is subject to change throughout the review. We get extra lemon pepper, because I know that's the main thing. Oh, I see it. Next up is Sharks. This has a lot of lemon pepper on it. That white stuff you see is lemon pepper.
This was $9.16.
And before you comment, we got a side of mild sauce. I don't know, this is hot. I'm a fan of this lemon pepper, and this chicken is really crispy. This mild sauce is a lot sweeter. You was right. It's still tangy because it's mild sauce, but compared to Uncle Remus, it's a lot sweeter. Sharks is fresher, even though we've taken takeout for all of these places, and we sitting right in front of them. So we eat them as fresh as they give it to us. Past that, the flavor and the crispiness, this is an 8.6 out of 10 for me. So right now, Sharks goes to 1, Uncle Remus goes to 2. Last but not least is Harold's for $10. I will say Harold's took the longest. This took about 10 to 15 minutes to come out. Sharks took about 5 to 6 minutes. And Uncle Remus already had that food done. So by the time she ordered, it was already in her hand. So a minute and a half. I feel like Uncle Remus was sitting under heater. Sharks came straight out the grease. And they dropped this as soon as we walked in. So this was made to order. We also got a 4-piece, but Harold's come with white bread and it come with coleslaw. But by the looks of this coleslaw, I'm not a fan. And I'm not even going to try it just to show you what I'm talking about. Harold's is definitely the crispiest. The chicken itself is the most decent. I like the sauce. It's like a mixture of the Sharks and the Uncle Remus because it's not super sweet like Sharks, but it's also not super tangy like Uncle Remus. Is right in the middle for you.
Now for transparency, I did try the Uncle Remus and the Harold sauce, but I tried it in bottles when I was in Vegas. Because I get the Uncle Remus sauce itself 8.5 and the Harold's a 6. But today on the chicken, it tastes a lot different to me. Maybe because I'm in Chicago and I got it from the actual places. I would get a sauce from Harold's like a 7.5 and I would get a sauce from Uncle Remus a 7.6. It's a little bit better, but the chicken from Harold's is a lot better in my opinion. So I know I'm having a lot of people disagree, but I firmly stand on my list.
This for me is an 8.9 out of 10. So my official list of what I like the most goes Harold's, Sharks, Uncle Remus. I'm leaving Chicago soon, so y'all can fight with each other. I'm gonna be gone. But by the time to start parking, I'm out. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. I don't want no smoke. Do not walk up to me talking about Uncle Harold's or Remus or Sharks. I'm just trying food. I'm an innocent bystander. Me and my family were driving around Chicago looking for food to eat when I received this email. You can pause to read if you would like to. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10.
I'm gonna tell the total of the food at the end because this story took a huge turn that I was not expecting. But for now, let's just do the review.
Question: why do I have this plate in my hand and not a bag? Answer: when we tried to call our order in, they said it was too busy to do takeout. Even though in the email, they said they could use the marketing. But I'm gonna give them benefit of the doubt. Today just might be a busy day. So my sister went in and ordered food and they were bringing me out plates from the restaurant periodically as the food come out. I'm gonna show you everything I got one by one and we gonna try it and rate it 1 through 10. We gonna start with the plate in my hand. This is collard green dip. I already took one bite, but it's really loud in Chicago, so I had to shoot this again. This is a soul food restaurant and they are very innovative apparently. This is collard green dip. Kind of like spinach casserole, but instead of spinach, it's collard green. I did try it already, but I didn't get to the middle, so I'm gonna try to get the middle pieces. It's cheesy, seasoned collard greens. It's so much different than any collard greens I've ever had before. If you don't like collard greens, I don't think you would like this. For me, this is an 8 out of 10. Except these are chicken wings. There's hot sauce and some kind of honey sauce on here. It's crispy. It's perfectly cooked. I wish it was a little more seasoned on the chicken itself, but this hot sauce is delicious. The hot sauce has all of the seasoning for me. And these pieces are huge. I bit it already, but this was a chicken wing. I thought this was a chicken thigh, and it came with a cornbread muffin, but as you can see, I've been smashing. It's sweet, it's salty, it got that hot sauce, and it's sopped up, and some just fell into the hot sauce. I'm gonna eat that right now. This whole plate is really high for me. 8.7 out of 10. This cornbread is a 9.3 out of 10. This cornbread is crazy. Next up, we got catfish nugget. This is the catfish nugget with the homemade tartar sauce. Tartar sauce. And the hot sauce. In my opinion, this hot sauce is the star of the show. The catfish by itself doesn't have much flavor. Most of the flavor comes from hot sauce and the tartar sauce. So the condiments are delicious. But the catfish itself, for me, is a 5 out of 10. with the hot sauce is a 7.9 out of 10. Next up, their house peach lemonade. Because this lemonade is tart, it's sweet. I do taste the peach. It's beautiful as far as the presentation. This is an 8.3 out of 10 for me. Last but not least, the short rib taco. Chicago is so loud, and so is the flavor in this. This is remarkable. It's a little on the salty side, and I wish I had a little more spice. But other than that, this is almost a perfect taco. This short rib is seasoned, it's tender, it's dripping. For me, if this was a little less salty and a little more spicy, this would be a 10. But as is, 9.2 out of 10. I genuinely feel like all this place needs is time and experience.
When I was done, I went inside where the rest of my family was eating, and the chef saw me, and she immediately came over and I gave her my critiques. And one of my main critiques was, before they get a huge influx, I would like for them to get more experience, because they've only been open for 4 months. And what I'm afraid of is that the influx might make it hard to maintain the quality of the food that they have right now. She was extremely open and receptive, and she told me her backstory. And this is where I said this story took a crazy turn. 1, I never go in and talk to the owners afterwards. I usually just leave. And 2, I've never had a one-on-one with a chef like this. I'm gonna play a bit of our conversation.
I had a stroke in 2019. They caused me to close my restaurant. So when I got better, I was like, you know, God, when is it gonna be my turn again? I know that I set the stage for a lot of these young girls out here, these young guys. I'm like, God, when is it gonna be my time? I was literally never envious, but like questioning, when's it gonna be my time? My rent $15,000. I literally bet on myself on this one. And I'm not getting a whole lot of reception from the community, which I thought I would, but I need them. I need them because I'm in their community, but I haven't got it. And right now, it's about us. And God says it's going to be us for right now. We look good, melanated, beautiful right here, you know, this winter, so that's what it is for right now. And then, one of my customers tagged me on your post. I said, come on, God, let's do this thing. Tag you, and then everybody else started tagging, and then here y'all are. So thank you. Thank you.
You just gave me chills. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm
going to be 100% honest with you. You are why I do what I do. People like you and your story and your passion for what you do, you are exactly why I do what I do. I just want to shake your hand and say, I appreciate you sharing that story with me. That's, wow. You touched me more than you realize you touched me.
I always say I'm a vessel of God, and I truly believe I listen to what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm supposed to be doing it. After she told me that, I asked her what her total sales were for today.
She just said their total sales was $2,200 for the day.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do. Everything that you've been worrying about will change. I pray in advance. I'm thanking God in advance for everything that you've been praying. We're thanking you. Thank you, Lord. Lord, let me pray. Amen.
Never, ever, ever did I expect that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That's the least I can do. I believe God puts me exactly where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. That's yours. I think you don't turn that car.
He said, I want to match you right now. Y'all want to match those pillows right now. You understand? Period.
That's fine.
I personally think all they need is time and experience, and God willingly, they're gonna be out the door. And I'm just thankful to have any part of this. Thank you, Chicago. The love y'all showing me, crazy. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Welcome to the hood.
I am not from around here, but I stayed down here. I kept hearing about this hibachi food truck, Hood Bachi, so I stopped and checked them out. I pulled up on them at their home base in the hood on Finkel and Chapel.
I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. Hood Bachi is in bright mode. When they say Hood Bachi, hood should be capital. I got a steak bowl with rice. I've already started eating it because I'm sitting here with my family. This little yum yum sauce. Like I said, I've already been eating this. I already took a bite out of it. They already be booming. That's the only reason I didn't do a full dedicated video.
On further inspection, this may still fall in the hidden gems category. It might just be super popular amongst locals because I found their TikTok and this is their follower account right now. But at the same time, they might just be new on TikTok because this is their IG follower account. I don't know. This might be a word of mouth kind of place. All I do know is I went with no intention of shooting a food review. I was just going with my family just to eat food because I heard it was good. But this food was way too good to not record. I feel like I was doing myself and everybody else a disservice by not showing y'all this food.
I just had to turn the camera on. This is delicious. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a local business. It's in the hood. They already got the marketing behind them, but more marketing can't hurt. Because I feel like they should franchise. This food is too good to be in a food truck, in my opinion. The fact they're not in a brick and mortar is crazy to me. It's seasoned, it's creamy. The customer service is amazing. It's a little different because they recognize me immediately, but I genuinely feel like these are genuinely good people.
That's crazy.
I was so busy eating, I didn't even rate it. 9.3 out of 10. I'm smashing. They snapped. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. I see why everybody go over here. It's in the hood, though. Results may vary. Come on your own terms. It's in the hood. Be careful.